Mm. Forgive me, folks. I'm sitting here wrestling with these bills. Mm. Trying not to get robbed. But anyway, the OG came to talk to you tonight about sexual misconduct in the workplace. Hopefully, you can hear me. Yeah. And as a man, I have to say that there's no place for it. It shouldn't be allowed in any form, in any gesture, in any way. Sexual misconduct, it hurts the workplace. It demeans people. It demeans women. It demeans men. Men get, sexually harassed as well. Sexual misconduct meaning unwanted, forcible touching, sexual innuendos, foul, lewd jokes. There's no place for it in the workplace. What's up, Christian Janicki? Thanks for coming through. I just wanted to speak on it as a man. I see all these things in the newspaper. Yeah, I'm up early, but I do this sometimes. I still do these. Yeah, thanks for coming through, Mrs. P. Yeah, all I'm saying is that, sexual misconduct in the workplace. What's up, Texas Little Star? There's no place for it. Women shouldn't have to go through it. They shouldn't have to be subjected to, any form of sexual misgivings or misdeeds or sexual favors. I mean, it's hard enough as it is to get women to trust men as it is. So to, have men out there abusing their power, be it their celebrities, be it their politicians, be it their preachers, be it their men of authority, and even women of authority, there's no place for it. So I say that, regardless of who you are, as a female, you should never have to be subjected to that. You should never have to do sexual favors to get what you want or to get where you need to be. Yes, Mrs. P. It's kind of sad that these things still happen in society, but it has to be addressed, and I think there's not enough men out there that are addressing it properly, to the point where females should be just as equal as men in opportunities and pay in the way that they're able to go after things in a professional sense. I don't think sexual misconduct belongs in any form or part of society, but especially in the workplace. It demeans and takes down the company. It doesn't make our women feel safe. Think about it. What if it was your mother? What if it was your daughter? What if it was your sister, your cousin, your aunt, anybody that you love? Yes, we are all created equally. But unfortunately, sometimes, our women are not treated equally. It's an ugly stain in society. And I'm here to say it has no place in the workplace, especially. I mean, if I own a company and I find out one of my employees are, abusing somebody on my company time, I might have to put hands on them, seriously. Because I have a mother, I have sisters, I have cousins. I don't have any daughter out in the world, but I wouldn't want anybody sexually harassing or going after somebody that I cared about. And I believe that our women should be respected. I believe that our women should be seen in the content of the character, on the merits of their work, on the ability for them to do, what a man can do. There's no place for, sexual misconduct in the workplace. Yeah, nah, definitely. Thank you, Texas Little Star. I think a woman should have the same rights to earn fair pay, and promotions just as much as a man. But it shouldn't have to come with sexual favors attached to it. Because picture as a man, if everything that you did, consisted of you having to do a sexual favor, or getting on your knees, or pleasing one of your voices. Hey, what's up, D-Lo? I appreciate you for coming by. Like I said, I say our women should be supported. They should be supported on the fact that, what, we're all equals. We all have, the ability to do what it is that we do. Now, if the work is not good, the work is not good. I'm not saying give them a pass just because you're a woman, but I'm saying that just because you're a woman, you shouldn't be demanded of with sexual favors. You shouldn't be treated like an object. You shouldn't be treated like a plaything. You shouldn't be treated like, you're some pinup doll. Hey, what's going on, Ro King? Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. Like I said, support our women out there, and stop with all the sexual misconduct. Stop with treating the women like playthings, because these are our mothers. These are our wives. These are our daughters. These are our cousins. These are our nieces. These are our family friends. What's going on, Crimson Fancy? I look swaggy. I didn't know I look swaggy with the glasses. Yeah, no, Helga. I just had to talk about it because it's too much in the media. It's too prevalent. Even look at our president. I mean, I hate to say it. Look at the president of the United States has been accused of those type of things. What message are we sending to our youth? What message are we sending to our young men to say that it's okay to sexually demean and harass and forcibly touch women and talk about women in negative ways? One thing I never do is, or I at least try not to do, is to be out there in the midst of those conversations, because I don't think it's uplifting to women. It's demeaning to women to be in conversations or situations where it makes them feel less than. Now, if that's what you go for and that's what you want to do, to each his own. But me personally, I think in the workplace, it has no room, no space to breathe. Crimson Fantasy says, nah, definitely. Thank you. I appreciate the thumbs up, big guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, Crimson, I don't even like to joke about sexual innuendos inside the workplace. I remember one time I was sitting down and they were having some jokes, some sexual jokes and whatnot. And I came into the lunchroom and they were talking, and it was somebody that had said a sexual joke. And I got up from the table and I said, look, I don't want to be no part of that, because you know what? I don't want to be caught up in anything, because one thing is it leads to another, and I want to respect everybody. Thank you, Dark Matter. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. What's up, Joan Worship? I just feel like this. If you want to get hot and heavy with somebody and you want to, try to shoot your shot, the workplace is not the place for it. Demeaning women eventually means demeaning men. Men don't realize that. Definitely, Helga. I think it's a situation to where there's a time and a place if you want to hook up. Hey, what's going on, Princess? There's a time and place that if you want to hook up and you want to get with people, you can do that. If somebody rejects you and says no, then no means no. Yeah, Dark Matter, appreciate it. God bless. No means no. It doesn't have to be a situation where you force yourself and push yourself and demand and constantly make people feel uncomfortable. Definitely in the workplace. There's dating sites for that. You can go on Tinder or Snapchat or something like that. It's so much. It's not just suppressing the urge, Crimson Fantasy. It's really about respecting people's right to say no. Respecting people's right to come into a workplace and say, hey, you know what? I just want to work. I'm not here for the nonsense. I don't want to be caught up in any other things. Now, if you have that energy with somebody, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? If you have that vibe going on, then it is what it is. I don't know what that means, big guys, but I hear you. Thanks for coming through, Top Gun, D-Lo. I appreciate it. Yeah. I just feel like, you know what? Okay, Helga says that applies to men as well. There are female bosses who have harassed men. Neither is right. The workplace is not for anything sexual. Of course it's not, but let's be realistic, Helga. People do hook up at workplaces, and folks do meet each other, and they want to get with each other and whatnot. What's going on? Good night to you, Drone Worship. These things happen. But the thing is, I respect people's right to come to work and just work. People will like each other and feel each other, but if somebody says no, no means no. No unwanted sexual advances, should be given to anybody. People should be allowed to just work. Hey, what's going on, Wolf Spirit? People should just be allowed to work off the merits of their own skills and abilities. You know what I'm saying? You've been together 25 years. That's dope, Helga. That's definitely dope. Like I said, it's just too much negativity out there, and it's too much of a bad stain when you have women that have had to go through that. And I'm sorry for any women that have had to experience those type of things in the work setting, any other professional setting like that. Like I said, I'm sorry that you had to go through something like that. Your rights deserve to be respected, and you should be seen by the content of your character and the merits of your work, not by your breast size, your waist size, or how you look in tight pair of leggings. It shouldn't be about that. Unfortunately, that happens. Yeah, there's two sides to the story, but everybody deserves to be respected. You could say the other side, there's false accusations and things like that come, but no means no. When your boss grabs your chest and calls them, oh, wow. Yeah, no, definitely. That's a situation where somebody might get hurt and beat up and stuff like that. For sure, definitely we need mutual respect out there. My thing is this, regardless of how you feel about a person or what you may think in your heart, people's boundaries, have a right to be respected. It's not a place where you figure, hey, you come for the hookup. Nah, but it's like this, Crimson. For anybody to call you their boy toy, if that's what you want to accept and that's what you want to be into, then, to each his own. But I feel like there's no place for it in the workplace because things get murky, things get, watery and stuff like that, especially with the sexual misconduct part of it. Now, if you want to have a work relationship and you have a mutual understanding, then that's your business. You can do that. Be adults about it. Don't demean each other. And when it's called off, it's called off. But for the point, yeah, people need to control themselves. I agree with you, Princess. They do. It causes issues with coworkers and perception as well. Yeah, true. I mean, that's another live stream altogether about dating coworkers. Maybe I'll do something on that one day. That's a whole totally different live stream. But this is about sexual misconduct. It has no place in the workplace. It shouldn't have any place in society, but unfortunately it does. I think women need to be respected. I think they need to be seen as equals in the workplace. They need to be seen, based on their ability to work and, uphold themselves in that way, not based on how they look, not on their waist size, not on their breast size, not on how their hair is fixed, not on the fact that if they say hello that you think is something that, they want to do with you sexually. No, not at all. And I think enough men are not speaking out against it. I mean, look, speak up, say, support these women, man. Because like I said, I have a mother, I have cousins, I have sisters, I have people. Love and greetings to you as well, true patriot. And like I said, women should be respected in the workplace. They should be seen for individuals that they are. They shouldn't be, demeaned sexually, even if they have bad personalities. A woman shouldn't be demeaned sexually. She shouldn't, be objectified in any particular way, even if they, not the best of persons. Because at the end of the day, we have our physical, personal boundaries, and I think those things need to be respected. Exactly, Princess. Some men do take kindness for flirting. And I'll say this to any men out there. If a woman says hello to you, if she's nice to you, if she gives you her phone number and takes time out to talk to you, it does not mean she wants to sleep with you. I repeat, if a woman says hello to you and is nice to you and is kind to you, she is not always flirting. She is not trying to sleep with you. And a lot of men out there take the kindness for flirting. They take the kindness for the wrong thing. And if you're allowed to say something to a woman and get away with it, understand that at some point it will come back to bite you. Yes, we're treating you like a human being. Exactly. Treat people like human beings. If a person says hello, they say hello. Just because somebody says hello to me doesn't mean they want to sleep with me. Just because somebody gives me their phone number doesn't mean, they want to marry me or they want to have a sexcapade or they want to give me a booty call or something like that. I mean, don't fool yourself. Sometimes people are just being kind. Sometimes people are just being nice. And for those folks out there who are still demeaning women, and still doing these things and objectifying and being negative, what don't come out, in the water will come out in the wash. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, remember something. Karma comes around. I mean, you may have a mother, you may have sisters, you may have cousins, you may have aunts, you may have grandparents that go through this type of stuff. You ask yourself this before you say anything to demean or like bring a woman down in a sexual manner. Remember, how would you feel if this was happening to your mother? How would you feel if this was happening to your aunt or even a daughter? Would you be so, apt to, be down for this type of stuff? And, it does come to a point where, you control your urges. Exactly, especially for those people that have daughters out there. Remember, you wouldn't want your daughter to go through stuff like that. So why put some innocent woman that's going through that or something like that? Now, if you want to have a work relationship between two mutual adults is totally different. But unwanted, forcible, physical touching, even verbal, advances, is no place for it in the workplace. It brings down the morale. It hurts your chances and your reputation as a man or a woman. It hurts your credibility. Anything that you're trying to accomplish professionally can be lost in seconds. Is it worth it? What's the percentage in it? Like I said, there's no place for it. And for those people that may not like to hear this, you know what? Doesn't matter. People still deserve to be respected. And that's men and women alike, be it you gay, be it you straight, be it you other, transgender, whatever, religious. People deserve to be respected. No means no. If people don't want to have the conversation, you don't make them have the conversation. You know what I'm saying? And sexual misconduct in the workplace, it has no place. It shouldn't be tolerated in any form. in any juncture. Respect is key, D-Lo. Respect is key. You know, like I said, just picture it. If it was your wife, if it was your mother, if it was your daughter, would you want the same thing to be happening? And on that note, I guess this is my 2 cents. Spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. Catch you next time.